Tesla, Facebook and others, AI's flaws are getting harder to ignore. What do Facebook Incorporated co-founder Mark Zuckerberg and Tesla Incorporated chief executive Elon Musk have in common? Both companies are having some problems. These problems come from trusting artificial intelligence systems that have not been successful. Zuckerberg is dealing with algorithms that are not working. Elon Musk has software that is not good at driving cars. One lesson: AI is not ready for prime time. Furthermore, it is not clear when the end will happen. Companies should focus on good data that is not done by AI. They need to hire people to do this work. Deep learning AI systems are designed to be like the human brain. They can do many things, including driving cars and spotting tumors. They have had good results in a lab setting. AI can do good things for us, but it is not perfect. There are some problems that can happen when we use it in the real world. That's a worry. It is used in high-stakes applications like healthcare. The stakes for social media are too high. They can affect elections and lead to mental health problems. This is shown by documents from a whistleblower. But Facebook shows their confidence in AI on their site. They show it before they talk about the people who check if the content is harmful. Mark Zuckerberg also said in 2018 that AI tools would be the scalable way to identify harmful content. The tools that find nudity and terrorist-related content work really well. They just have a hard time stopping misinformation from spreading. The problem is that people always change the way they speak. Anti-vaccine campaigners use tricks like typing VA in to avoid detection, while private gun sellers post pictures of empty cases on Facebook Marketplace with a description to PM me. These methods of breaking rules fool the systems designed to stop people from doing that. And to make matters worse, the AI often recommends that content too. It is no surprise that there are so many people working to support Facebook's algorithms, because they are overworked. Last year, a NYU study recommended that Facebook hire more people to work on the company. This would happen if robots cannot do the job. Cathy O'Neill, author of Weapons of Math Destruction, has said point-blank that Facebook's AI doesn't work. Zuckerberg, for his part, has told lawmakers that it's difficult for AI to moderate posts because of the nuances of speech. Musk's overpromising of AI is practically legendary. In 2019, Elon Musk told Tesla investors that he felt confident that there would be 1 million Model 3s on the street as driverless robot access. His timeframe, 2020. Instead, Tesla customers have the opportunity to buy special software for their car. When they do, one day, or who knows, they might be able to use it to drive themselves. Till then, cars can park, change lanes and go on the highway without a person. Sometimes they make mistakes. Recently, Elon Musk tweeted that self-driving cars are hard. More surprising, AI has also been doing bad in the healthcare industry. This is an area that has held lots of promise for AI. This year, a study looked at many machine learning models. These models were designed to find signs of COVID-19 in X-rays and CT scans. It found that it could not be used in a clinical setting because there were many flaws. Another study published last month found that 94% of artificial intelligence systems that scanned for signs of breast cancer were less accurate than a single radiologist. There's been a lot of hype that AI scanning in radiology is imminent, but the hype got ahead of the results somewhat, says Sean Taylor Phillips, a professor of population health at Warwick University who also ran the study. The government will ask how you did on the test. If you did good, then they know that the machine is doing more good than harm and it is ready to be used. In this case, the harm does not seem obvious. A new way to find breast cancer is by using AI. These systems are designed to be overly cautious in order to make sure they do not miss what could be a tumor. They are much more likely to give false alarms instead of missing the signs of a tumor. But even if the recall rate for breast cancer screening was 10% in the US and 5% in the UK, this would mean that there are lots of women who are worried about false alarms. That is saying we accept harm for women screened just so we can implement new tech, says Taylor Phillips. It seems the errors are not confined to just a few studies. A few years ago there was a lot of promise and a lot of hype about AI being a first pass for radiology, says Kathleen Walsh, managing partner at AI market intelligence firm Cognilytica. What we've started to see is the AI is not detecting these anomalies at any sort of rate that would be helpful. Getting hotter. Global venture capital investment in AI startups with .re in their names. A lot of people are still investing in artificial intelligence. A company that tracks private capital markets has found that investment in artificial intelligence startups has gone up. It has gone up a lot. The number of times that companies mention the word artificial intelligence in earnings calls has steadily risen over the past decade. This is according to an analysis by Bloomberg. Buzzword. Management mentions of artificial intelligence in earnings calls. All this investment is not helping AI. There are many reasons for this. One reason is that marketers are telling people that it is easy to use AI. Another problem could be that scientists may be messing up their own projects because they do not know how to use the technology well. The systems rely on two things: a working model and data to train that model. To build good AI, programmers need to spend most of their time looking for data. They should look for both clean and dirty data. They spend the vast majority of their time on this and maybe 10% on coding. This work is dull and difficult. It is also not studied by the machine learning community today. Scientists put more value on how fancy a model is. One result: the most popular datasets used for building AI systems, such as computer vision and language processing, have many errors in them. This is according to a recent study by scientists at MIT. A cultural focus on elaborate model building holds AI back. Scientists at Alphabet Incorporated's Google recently complained about the model versus data problem and suggested ways to create more incentives to fix it.